Hey there guys, there are so much going on in gaming that sometimes we overlook some of the most basic things in a game. That is true in almost every game, and Outriders is no different. Today I'm going to show you some things you may have ignored or did not bother with in Outriders, which could change your experience. My name is Weds and thanks for tuning into the channel. I really appreciate it. First thing first, when you first create a character, you have the option to name your character in Outriders. Some of you might keep the default name the game gives you, like Cisnero or whatever the case may be. But if you decide to change the default name for your character and say for example your real life name is Charles, you might decide to call your character Chuck, right? What if you decide later on that you want to change it to something different? Well, you're stuck, Chuck. As it stands right now in the demo, there is not an option to change your character name with a character you've already played and progressed with. I'm not sure if that's still going to be the case in the actual game when it launches, but for now, Chuck, you're stuck with Chuck. However, if you really want to change it, you can delete a character and create a new one. This means you lose your progress for that character. Besides, the name you give your character in Outrider is not really a big deal because you're the only one that can see it. It's basically a feel-good option, but your profile name for your Xbox, PlayStation, or whatever platform you may play on is what people will see. Your choice, Chuck. Second thing you may not know or perhaps you ignored in this game, your melee ability. Did you know you can use melee in this game? Or do you know how to use it? Now, the reason why you might have forgotten to use it or didn't know it existed is because it's easier to spam your skills abilities in this game. Now, if you go to the option menu and go over the controls, the first thing you notice is how to use your skills. And once you know that, you don't care about anything else, right? Plus, your melee on controllers requires you to press down on the right side analog stick on the controller. That may not be the best or preferred method compared to having to press X or the right bumper button like in some other games. It's almost like a secret hidden on the bottom of the controls menu. Of course, I'm sure you're not gonna go around trying to melee everything like a madman, but at least you know it exists. It can do decent damage and can be extremely useful. The third thing we're going to talk about is the auto loot system. It's awesome. The loot will go automatically to your inventory and you can set it to the lowest rarity that you want. If you want all types of loots to go to your inventory automatically, in the option menu just set it up to common, which is the lowest level of loots in the game. Now, did you also know that you can press on the D-pad on your controller to pick up loots instead of messing around with interaction buttons like, say for instance, the X button on the controller? Sometimes when you're in the middle of combat and you might see a legendary dropped, but trying to interact with the button to pick up your loot can get you killed. Well, you can run away to safety and press on the D-pad to collect the loot if you want to. The fourth thing we are going to talk about is accolades. Did you know you can earn lots of accolades during the demo? And you can use the rewards to customize your game. For instance, you can change the color of the flag in the game as well as some of the cool symbols which you earn through completing accolades such as 500 headshot kills, etc, etc. You can change the color of a flag and the symbol on the flag to your likings, and for a colorblind person like myself, I might go for an easier color. Talking about colorblind, did you know there is a colorblind option in the game? If you tab over to accessibility, you can choose the colorblind option that applies to you. Now you know. Now let's look at the customization tab and accolades really quick. Let's go over accolades first. You just claim whatever you need to claim. Hopefully you have some good stuff. Now you can see you can have accolades for combat. This is what I was talking about. You can get 500 kills for whatever, and then you will get, once you complete this, then you can get some stuff for doing it. Now there are different tiers in the accolades, so it depends on how much time you spend playing the game and what you need to do. Sometimes you don't even have to pay attention. You just do exactly what you need to do in the game and your stuff will be completed. But if you worry about it, you can just always come to see how many kills you're missing and stuff like that. And there is option for progression, so you know, just do what you gotta do. This is for hunt, this is for teamwork, you know, if you play with your friends. As for item management, recently I made a video about why the chest farming is still important, so if you didn't know, then you can go check it out. But also, you know, you loot 250 chests in the game throughout your playtime, then you get this accolade right here, so everything will work out. Now as you go up to levels, you will see the rewards you can get for each level. So like for instance, if I get to level 10, I will get this customization and stuff like that. Now if we hit the D-pads in the top corner, you can customize your flag the way you want. That way you can see it on the battlefield, make it easier for you, especially if you're a colorblind person like I explained before. If you go to the color changing on the painting, and you can change the color. And then also if you go to the sigil, you can see all the symbols that you can unlock. So the more you play, the better, and you can look a lot more cool than your friends. The last thing I will talk about is how to say thanks in this game, with your emote of course. Well guys, thank you for watching. If you like this video, please leave a like, comment, or subscribe. I will be most appreciative. See you guys later.
Remember to wash your hands. Remember to wash your hands every time you